to make money, take one.
Thank you, and yeah, welcome. I'm Des, and this is my wife Shona, and with our family we make the Cannons family. Look, a lot of you know our story, but for those who don't, we're going to quickly recap on where we came from nothing to where we were 12 months ago. Shona.
Yeah, well 4 years ago we were homeless. We had no job and we had no home. We had certain savings to be able to start in real estate, and that's where we stood 4 years ago. Took us 18 months, and we acquired several properties, and we got into Dymphna's learning and education and learned everything that we know now, and of what we have done is because of our education with Dymphna. And so first we got to say thanks Dymphna. But we are now, 12 months ago we were at a position where we had 1.1
million in equity, right? And
yeah, and a passive income of 100,000. Fast forward 12 months ago, since then we have now purchased 2 supermarkets, 1 service station, a commercial building, and a 4-bedroom house, all in one big deal, all at the same time too. So we, the reason we purchased these businesses is because the town we live in, the corporation that was going to, that owned it was going to close the doors and leave town. And so they approached us because we were in a financial position to be able to work with them to be able to save the supermarkets and the BP in these communities. And so that's what we did, we ventured into that. We weren't able to do it by ourselves. We rang our children and told them that we need them to come in with us, that this was an opportunity, that they could be much better off, but we needed them. And so our daughter and her husband, and their son, this is our oldest daughter, and Shona and Tim, and they moved over from New Zealand. They just packed up everything and pretty much moved over out of complete faith, I guess, that this was going to work.
yeah.
And so we just want to thank them. Sheena has got a job teaching in the community with the Aboriginal children, and is doing an amazing job. And Tim, he manages our BP. So yeah, that's our first lot of team. Our next lot of team is our daughter and her husband and children that moved over from Queensland. These are all the grandchildren. This is the daughter Renee and our son-in-law Matt, and Natalie and Seth and Fletch. And so they moved over from Queensland. They just picked up their life and they just came over to help. As we say, I don't think the fruit falls too far from the tree. They know their parents are gamblers in that respect. We take chances, and they've seen our living, and so we believe that this is where they've been brought up with it. And then of course we all know, if you don't know, you've probably heard of, is our naughty son DJ. Our naughty son DJ, always last in the queue, and his 2 children,
And Megan.
Jake and Izzy, and his fiancée Megan. And, and so, of course, this is DJ that signed us up with Dymphna. He could see the opportunity with for himself and for his parents, and so we've walked the journey together. And so, yeah, so it's DJ. DJ is managing the supermarket, and Megan is working in the supermarket and the BP as well.
As a parent, I couldn't think of anything more worthwhile or more heart-filling than to be able to take the knowledge that we've learned from Dymphna and the other tutors, put it into practice, and come up with a business house, a corporation that all our children are employed in key roles, that do what they do. And not only that, the inspiration that has come from this. I mean, Sheena and Tim, have got 3 of their own rental properties. Renee and Matt have their own rental property. They're looking for it. They're in the negotiation now for another property. You've got young DJ. He's got his PPR. He's got an empty section he needs to build on, and he's
another negotiation.
Yeah, and he's in negotiation for another property as well. So it's not just us. It's this wider community and family for us, which is the key thing that we love about real estate. Real estate has given us a financial platform to do things we couldn't have even dreamed about doing, and it's great.
Yeah, we're definitely, because of our educational financial position, we've been able to do what we're doing now. And so, why do we do it? It's not about the money.
No.
The money comes. You put the work in, the money will come. Don't worry about the money. Just get the education and start putting it into action. But this, we're not saying the supermarket is what is the way for everyone, but for us, our children are the managers. They manage, they run it. We actually have no need to even be here. We just pop in. We come in because we want to be here when we do. But they've got it all under control, and so that now, with the income that we get from this enterprise is where we can do what we want to do, and that's our passion.
It is the passion. It's, you know, you got to look at these 3 business houses and what we've already got in place, and what it can do for us, what it can do for our family, what it does for the future generation, for our grandchildren and their grandchildren, by doing those simple steps of getting things in place, doing the right deals and putting them in place, the financial freedom that we've been able to pour into our kids, into their future generations, what it does for our community, this financial freedom, not having to worry about where the next dollar's coming from. We seriously don't really pick up a paycheck. We get a passive income from everything that's been developed. Because of our freedom, yeah, we can go up into the lands and follow our heart to do what we do with the locals up in the lands. Yeah, success. What does success mean to Shona and I? Success means helping community. That's what it is to us. What it means is that we don't provide food to food bank, we are food bank. We know families that are in need, so we can step in to do what needs to be done. As Shona will tell you, that we don't give the fish, we give the fishing rod so they can go fishing to learn how to catch the fish. You know, we've just recently had people come in off the lands, plus locals from here, where we've done a 3-day life training course, life skills course, and at the end of it, with diplomas that we've handed out, the t-shirts with appropriate logos on it, and these people have gone back into their own community saying to everyone, this was awesome, this is great, and now you've got a sensation of other people from the communities want to come in and do this, and it's like, we have the financial freedom to bring them in from the lands, house them for the 4 days that they're here, feed them for the 4 days that we're here. We're not looking for donations, guys. We've got the ability to do it through our own financial wealth. This is the beauty of doing it right, doing it correctly. Yeah, it's great. It's a wonderful feeling, and it's not about Des and Shona, it's about community and raising people up, putting them back into their own community so they are leaders again. As it's been said, and I'll say it again, it's the same as Stifner. It's not about us changing communities, it's about us teaching people in their own right to be able to go back to the communities and change them again, exactly with what she's done with us. She took a pauper's brain and a pauper's mindset and changed it right around with education, and it's great.
Yeah, it is. And so where do we sit now? Well, we sit with a 1.5 portfolio. We sit with a 180,000 passive income, and we have our equity is down, of course, because we've used equity to go into these businesses. Yeah. But it's still there enough for us to jump board and carry on with our investments, and that's what the teacher's about. Always make sure that you can move forward. And so yeah, that's our story, and we're just loving life. We still cannot believe that we're here where we are.
Yeah.
And So yeah, so as we say once again for our naughty son, oh yeah, we probably wouldn't have been here either if he hadn't seen the opportunity and taken it, and we came on board with him.
Absolutely.
So we want to bring aboard all of our family, all the grandies, and the biggest thing for me is that I have all my children and all my grandchildren and that have gone crazy, and that we are here, and we're still missing two because, oh no, they're here. And so, yeah, we just want to say thank you to you all. Life is great. Thanks.